Hey guys, man, I am excited about this video. It might be a little longer than what you all might like, but I'm going to put together my very first pedal board ever in my entire life. This is just going to be just fun. I've bought way more pedals than I thought I would ever buy, just trying things out. I'm not really good enough to say, oh, I'm looking for certain pedals for my sound. I don't have a sound. My sound is try not to screw up too much. When I'm playing my guitar, I don't know a whole lot of stuff on my guitar. Stuff I've taught myself or things just I play by ear. But this is just really going to be a blast. Now, there's more pedals here than I have room for a pedal board. I'll show you guys here in just a minute on that. These up here are the first ones I ever bought. I bought this one first. This red dirt. I just wanted a distortion sound for my Fender Blues Junior amp. Wanted some effects for that amp, but it's a 2 amp. And the only effects it has on that one is just reverb. So I don't have a reverb pedal because I'm just using it on this amp, and I just don't really need a reverb pedal because it already has reverb on there. But I might get one of these days. We'll see. The fuzz bender, my blues driver. I bought these pedals first, and then I can't remember what I purchased next on these Behringer, but I heard about Behringer brand pedals, and you can tell these are all Behringer brand pedals right here. And the first one I got in, I want to say it was probably this tremolo, more than likely, between that and the chorus. And I thought, wow, they sound really amazing for not a fraction of the price. This was $50, but all these other ones were around $30. This one might have been $35. But man, this brand new is $100 bill easily. Most of them are $125. Brand new. This was the 50th anniversary model of this one, 1973 to 2023. So 50 years, and was my absolute favorite pedal that I own. This one was $100 used at Guitar Center, and this one was $125 used at Guitar Center. So they're way more than that brand new. So man, I get these for $30. I thought, wow, that's cool. I'm going to be able to try out a bunch of different things using the Behringer brand to do this. And since I'm just what they call, well, I call myself a man cave musician, bedroom musician is very common. I don't go out and play and gig and everything, so I'm just geeking out over all this kind of stuff, you know. So anyway, what we're going to do is put this, or as much of this as we can, on one pedal. My favorites of all of these, well, they're all my favorite, but I bought this a while back from Amazon, and it's a pedal board from Ghostfire. Bought it off of Amazon. It wasn't very expensive. I want to say around the $50 mark. But you can look up Ghostfire pedal boards on Amazon, and you can check those out. This is the pedal board itself. It has already loaded with the Velcro, and you put this is the smooth Velcro and the more prickly Velcro, like I've got here on this one already. And that sticks on there and makes for a good connection. It's actually really nice Velcro. And so it comes with that, and it has this underneath there for your power supply, which I didn't really show it. I have a Donner power supply. This is the lowest rated one probably. I mean, they got decent reviews, but it's the cheapest, the less expensive of the two. Then I have a couple of these eye spots here that is you can daisy chain 5 together with one plug. So that's kind of an option there I'm looking at too. But anyway, back to this. This is really lightweight aluminum. Super nice. I mean, I got the painted white one, whatever, and it has these feet underneath here and here, so that way when you set your pedals up, it'll be at an angle. It'll be just flat. They're easier to depress. So, and everything fits in this bag. Once you get your pedals on, it's supposed to fit in this bag here. We'll see. Comes with a strip of the sticky, I call it the sticky Velcro. It comes with a bag of other Velcro pieces and ties, wire ties and stuff. I might be making use of that just to kind of keep your pedal board neat. So we'll see what we do on that. But we're going to put as many of these on here and connect them together, and they're supposed to go in a certain order. And I got this off of the web search I did, and it's like a 7-page PDF file. But this is what I really needed to know right here. What it has, what all these types of pedals are. You've got your tuner pedals, your wah-wah pedals, the things that are for clean sounds, your octave pitch shifter pedals goes next, then your compressor limiter type pedal goes next, your overdrive distortion pedals, and then your modulation type pedals, your delay and reverb pedals, and then it goes into your amplifier. So from guitar, there's your chain, goes all the way around, and they have multiple, and I do as well, have multiple modulation pedals. I have a few different overdrive distortion type pedals. I have one wah pedal. It's not up here, it's not going on the board, but it'll go next to the pedal when I get everything done. So anyway, that's that way I can kind of see how they're supposed to go on there, and all that. Your noise gate pedal, I do have a noise gate pedal that I might put on the last. We'll see. I don't have a looper pedal yet. I think that's a really cool idea. I've got it on my Line 6 amp. It has a built-in looper with it where you can kind of play a few things, and then it loops back around. You can play on top of it, kind of an overdubber type of deal. So anyway, we'll get to that in a little while. Okay, guys, stay tuned, man. We're gonna start this pedal board. So the order of the pedals is definitely an important deal. And what pedals can I use? Now I've already measured my pedal board, and I know there's a couple of these things I'm not gonna be able to use on there, and that's fine. Okay. One of the first things that I can lose is this chromatic tuner. I don't really need a chromatic tuner on my pedal board. I can tune my guitar using my little snarky tuner on the headstock. So that is definitely something I don't have to have. I bought this because I thought it would be kind of a fun deal to try out, and it does work. So we're going to put that off to the side for right now. I'd like to have a little bit of coffee here. I'm drinking my last cup of coffee. There's my little motorcycle mud. All right. So, this is a distortion pedal. It sounds a little bit different than this one's heavy metal distortion. That's a distortion pedal, and my fuzz bender. And also, really, truthfully, the Blues Driver is an overdrive pedal as well. So really, that, I need to decide, what do I need? Well, I already said that the Blues Driver is my absolute favorite, so that's definitely going on the board. I don't have a fuzz pedal from here. I thought about buying one, but I've got this one. And I still may buy a fuzz pedal for this brand. I really enjoy these Behringer pedals. I don't know if I've said that before, but that's why I have so many of them. They're not very expensive, and they sound exactly like the vintage ones. Now this doesn't sound like a vintage. It's Keeley's electronic. This is like their own. I don't know what it's supposed to sound like. It sounds like a fuzz pedal. So these two I would want to decide to. I really like this. Sounds really smooth. I don't really know what it imitates yet, as far as a Boss probably type of heavy metal pedal, I'm sure. This one's okay too, but I'm gonna put this off to the side for right now because it's something I don't have to have, and I like this one better anyway. Okay, so noise reducer. That's the noise gate. I probably need that, but I'm not quite for sure, but I'm gonna put it over here at the end. So we have a compressor limiter. That sheet says that should be first behind the tuner, which I'm not gonna have, so I'm gonna put that first. Then I'm gonna go with the graphic equalizer. That's another one. I really like this. It's not necessary, really, for what I'm doing in my man cave. We'll put it off to the side for right now. So you saw that square board. Now we're kind of getting somewhere. We're getting to where it looks a little like it's laying out here just a little bit. Compressor, overdrive next. So it's not really totally distorted, but blues driver. Let's see, I think we're doing blues driver, vintage tube overdrive, possibly to the fuzz, to the heavy metal. If I can fit all these on that back part of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I might be able to fit all of them on there. Depends on my cables. Vintage phaser. Now this is a different style of pedal from Behringer. I'm sure they have this style here it's smaller in a phaser or a phase shifter, but I saw this, and the last video I saw on it was 9 years old on this, and it's exactly like this, identical. So I know this is at least a 9 or 10-year-old style pedal. Anyway, I know this is a new pedal, but I'm just saying that it's been around for a while. Behringer Maceo Commercial Offshore Limited. Made in China. Well, it is what it is. I heard that they have actually a city called Behringer City in China, and that's where these are made. So right here looks like we're going to get really close to what my first pedal board is going to look like, because I want my blues driver on there, and for right now I do want my fuzz bender. I might replace it with a Behringer fuzz pedal, just depends. And I'm going to continue on with this series for a little while anyway. I may buy a few. These are so cheap, like 30 bucks. I might be able to find some using for $15. If they work, I'm going to probably buy some of them. I might make another pedal board. So really, what happens here, let's see. Let's get this out and see that looks like when I put these on top, it looks like it's going to be a pretty good fit as long as my cables get in the way. Now, I'll tell you, I bought these cables, and they're Dunlop, good brand. They're round. They're all the same length, and so you can hook things together that way. But I did have a package of these thin Ernie Ball brand that save you a ton of room. So you can go in the pedal, each pedal like this, and they can actually hang down low below your the pedal there in between the slats there. And I'm telling you what, Ernie Ball, this is the pedal board pack that I purchased. It comes with 2 of the 3-inch, 4 6-inch, 2 12-inch, 2 24-inch. It is a pack. And then I bought another couple of packs of these 3-inch ones, because I knew to connect these together I'd want that to be as short as possible. Okay. And so these cables, and I don't know how anybody does it with thicker cables. This right here is nice. I mean, this goes from one end of the pedal board to the other. So we're going to be using that. And so what we'll do is we've got to get this Velcro cut, okay, and whatever, get that all put together. Put the Velcro on the bottom of these. Some of them have them, like these. I put some on here. Well, this one actually come with some, but that was already, because this is a used pedal. This is a new pedal, but I put some Velcro on there. Trying it out, trying things out, different things. Okay, so now what we have to do is get our power supply. I think that's the first thing we really ought to start putting together. And this is this Donner power supply. Now, it's not going to do, it's only going to give me, it says 10 isolated outputs, 7 9-volt, 1 9-volt at 50 mAs, 1 12-volt, and 1 18-volt. Those aren't going to do me much good. That one probably not going to do me much good either, because it's 15 mA. I might be able to still use that, but definitely I can use 7. So 7 of these pedals can be hooked up to one power supply, and the rest I can daisy chain together. It's not like I'm going out on the road or anything. This is just for the man cave musician. Let's go ahead and open this thing up. Here's the paperwork. Let's see what we got in here. This is going to be the power supply itself. Yeah. So here's the power supply. There's the 107, 108, 100 MA, and 8, 500 MA. I don't know if that's going to make a difference on any of the pedals or not, but we'll find out. And one of these will be the, yep, here's the power supply, or the cord, the adapter you hook up to here, to here, DC in. So you're gonna hook that up to there. Okay. And I think this right here, this allows the LEDs to shine through. This is gonna be kind of cool little thing there. So these are going to be all of the individual. These are going to be all the individual connections that go back in the back of the. So that connects one pedal to the power supply. Okay. So we have that. It comes with 8 of those, I'm sure. So I'd say let's get that done first, because that's going to be on the other side of that pedal board right here. I'm going to put that on the bottom here so it'll be out of the way, and then I can run things up underneath and over to the top. That's kind of cool there. Right, I may very well go with a different power supply, but for right now I didn't want to spend a ton of money on the power supply, so I purchased this less expensive one. And I'm going to Velcro it right here. They make some that are big blocks, and I'll probably end up going to that eventually, especially if this doesn't work. So I can mount that. I'll probably just mount that right there. Get some Velcro going on it. Hold on. That one's so still. Okay. It's as simple as it gets right here, I think, folks. Okay. Put that right there. The lights and the plugs to the outside, so they'll be easy to access. Okay. So I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to put these feet down for right now, because what I need to do, I don't really need that. This is the power cord. I need it right now. Put it off to the side. Okay. And we'll go ahead and put this. I may, since this has got a straight, this has a straight and an L. That's going to go to the pedal board, because that's going to save room. See, that's going to be sticking out too far. That's going to save us some room. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to move this to the second run for right now, because I don't want that sticking out here, so when it goes in my bag, I don't want that to affect or get bent or anything. So this is what we'll do. We're going to put it up underneath there. Good deal. I'm going to hook up 7 for sure of these. Well, I'll hook 8 of them, but the 8th one, we got to make sure that we're not going to mess with anything on the MA rating, because it's a 500 instead of a 100. So I don't want to burn anything up or whatever. We'll just remember the 8th one is that way. You see how these feet work. See, now I put the feet down and it keeps it at an angle. When I start I may just leave it like that. when I start the pedals on there. Let's figure out we gotta arrange the pedals first. It's done. So here's our DC in 18 volt. That's this here. Okay. It's gonna power the whole thing, or this part of it anyway. And then we have eight power cords coming off of that. And I'm going to go ahead and secure that to this pedal board a little bit better using these. Hopefully they're long enough. I'm sure they are. Looks like they sent two of them. Yeah. Two of these cable ties. So I'm going to secure this up pretty good. Of course, you can get cable ties anywhere. If I get a better power supply, or if I want to upgrade, let's say, I'm not saying this is a bad one. I've never used it before. But if I want to get something different and upgrade, because it would be an upgrade if you got a different brand. But I'll be able to cut this off and put it in its place. The other ones I've seen will go across this whole thing. Both these slats. I don't know how they had that in there, but it was twisted backwards. Alright, so we're just going to set that right in between those two. Say, there. Get that cinched down really good, so now that pedal's not going to move. I'll get it on the other side as well. And that pedal will be really nice and secured on there. Okay. And the other one will go right over here. There we go. I have to get it to where it has to be right in the middle there, so that way you can plug in your adapter to that power supply there. All right. So now that's way better. Little Velcro to hold it on, and then this will keep it nice and steady, nice and sturdy, not move around on me. Okay, so there's the power supply installed, ready to go. There's 8 coming off there. I don't know if we'll be able to use the 8th one because, again, it's 500 MA. I gotta look that up. I don't know what that is. I'll have to look that up. 100 MA. I know this is tip negative. Okay, so the end of your power supply here will be a tip negative. Probably has it on here. Yeah. There you go. See it. So this adapter will go with that just fine. Okay, so now that we've got the power supply on, now that's only going to power 7, maybe 8 pedals. I'm going to have more than that. So what I'll do is I'll have to, for right now, is I'll have to use my iSpot and daisy chain the other ones together with a separate power cord. No big deal. Especially for what I'm doing here, it's not a big deal at all. Okay, so what we do now is we've already kind of arranged, we know what order pretty much the pedals are going to go in, okay? I'm not using a tuner. Like I said, I'm going to start with my compressor limiter. I'm going to go ahead and set this. How can I do that? Nope, I'm just going to do it just like this. Compressor limiter. I'll get some Velcro on these that don't have them here in just a little bit. We know that, let's just go ahead and go in order. We're going to have some overdrive pedals. I'm thinking blues driver next. Now I do have Velcro on here, so it's going to stick. I'm thinking vintage tube overdrive next. I'm thinking fuzz bender and heavy metal. Okay, and then I'll connect that with my phase shifter, phaser. And then I've got some modulation pedals. I have 4 of them. Don't know if I really need all 4 of these or not, but I'm gonna put them on there anyway. I'll do my vibrato. See, we're gonna have problems sticking up because I don't have them Velcroed yet, so just kind of bear with me on that. Tremolo, delay, chorus, vibrato. So vibrato, chorus, it don't really matter. Probably see tremolo and vibrato are going to be very similar, so it's one of those things. I may take one of those off. Tremolo, vibrato, I don't know. I may take one of those off and put my graphic equalizer in its place. See what the sheet says about equalizers. The same thing. Oh, equalizers are down here, so you have your, they're towards the end. So man, I don't know. I really liked that vibrato, but tremolo is a really common. Let's use the vibrato. Let's put the vibrato to the side and do chorus, delay, tremolo, equalizer. Because the graphic equalizer really helps with your tone on everything. And then we'll do the noise gate or noise reducer, as Behringer called it. Now, these aren't going to slide down anymore once I get the Velcro on there. So really, guys, we're getting really close to seeing what this is going to look like. I hope it all works. So here we go. We're going to have to get some Velcro going now. If I got enough, I should. Gonna do yeah, probably a short piece on each one, that way I'll have plenty of Velcro to go around. So you need to start putting patch cables into everything so we can get it all connected together. I'm gonna start with this long one because I got to connect this all the way over to there. So we're going to go to the out here. That's going to work here, a little up underneath here. Go to the input. I'm not going to show that to you right now. It's right there in the back. Okay, so we got this connected down through here, down at the bottom. So I will get this put up here somehow or another, and probably tie it into that. That way it won't be moving around too much. Okay, now some of these I can use these short pedals for. Try to use as many short ones as I can. And of course, I've got these Velcroed down, so I gotta. Now this end, that'll go from my guitar, so I won't have to put anything here. Well, that's where my guitar will go into, and we'll have the out. Maybe I should have put the Velcro on last. I don't know. And then theirs goes out to in here, because we've got to get those powers. We got to get the power hooked up to these things still. But do it this way first, that way to see where the cables are going to go. This will be an easy one here too. We'll go from out. Okay, now the out here and in is here. I think I can surely do that with the 3-inch. Let's see. Now I know I can, I just don't know if I want to, because I have to have some 3 inches for this. So I want to use up all my 3-inch. And I'll go right there just perfectly. Out to in here. I've got plenty left here. Let's use a bit longer one for here. Output is back here in the back. Input, I'm going to come up to the bottom, just like this, and into that. Now these right here, I can, these short ones see to hang down now, see they're out of the way. Can't do that on this part here because they're in the back, but that's alright. All these I can get these pedals, or these patch cables to hang down. I'm going to move this to the very absolute very edge without ripping that Velcro off those little feet. I want this to the absolute very edge. There we go. Gives me a little bit more room. And I can move that one over. I mean, a little bit goes a long way. It looks like here. See, I can actually put those like this and save some room as well if I need to. Let's get these patch cables installed and see how much room we've got after that's done. By the way, all of these pedals, you can put a 9-volt battery in them. Most of the battery compartments are on the bottom, but on these Behringers, they are underneath the pedal here. You have to maneuver somehow or another, push these things in here and here. It takes more than one person, I think, to put a battery in these pedals, but I was never going to mess with the batteries. There we go. That's not bad. Just like that. I don't know if you can see that inside there or not, but I've got the ends kind of butted up against each other. There we go. Now, all right, that's pretty cool. So we've got the patch cables in. Goes from in to out all the way down the chain. This goes out all the way over here. And I'll just tie that up a little bit. Now we got to figure out how to get. I hope there's enough room. Looks like, oh yeah, there's going to be plenty of room. You get all of these plugged in now to each pedal. Or at least 7 of them anyway. I think I would probably 3, 4, 5, 7. Well, let's just start with old number 1 over here. Oops, sorry I bumped your head there. Okay, man, wow, this looks pretty cool so far. Look at how stick. Alright, so number 1, let's just see if I think where am I go, what direction I'm gonna go with these. I'm gonna do these bottom ones first. And then go with these 2, and then I'll put these on a separate power supply. I don't know, I'm going to look at some more power supplies to see if I can get one that'll hold 12. 9 volts, but I don't know if they're making them or not. So this is where it's going to get a little tedious here because you got to get this. There you go. You get that in your power supply in there, and then you got to get that out of the way. See if you have enough room or not. So here I'm thinking. I might know what to get a patch cable on this one because I don't want that to be stuck. I don't want this to be. I don't want this to be in a bind. You see that? I don't want that power supply there to bend or anything. So I'm going to do this. Put this cable in here. Let it hang down. And I'm going to come up and plug it in there. So it's a little bit longer. It comes around the back here. You see that? Around the back. Maybe that's what I should have done to begin with. I don't know. I've never seen anybody put these together before. Not from scratch. Okay. We got one power cord in. So remember next one, number 2. That's going to be an easy one. It's just going to come right in around here. Plug in. There. Okay. Number 3. Now these are already pointing down, so I should have plenty of room to plug in here on these. Over there. We're going to the back of this loose driver from Boss. Five. Over here. So over here. There. 6. Go around and yeah, all the zip ties and stuff back at the bottom here. 6 and number 7. A little bit. Okay. I'm looking at number 8. I'm not quite sure if number 8 is going to work. It's not that big of a deal. I really don't. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to mess with it. Number 8. I'll look do some research on it. Put number 8 out. Yep. Number 8 is out. So now I need to power these 4 pedals here. And I do have eye spot. Well, no, it's the actual brand. One spot. So maybe it's one spot. That's what I purchased in that bundle from Sweetwater. So we're gonna open that up right there. So there's gonna be my second power cord. It's long too. It's way longer than this other one that I purchased. So this might be better choice for me. I believe it's very long. Okay. Other thing I'm questioning myself, I could put these two, I could hook them up back here in the back or in the bottom, rather underneath all these pedals, and zip tie them or Velcro them on and everything, and then just have an extension cord. I'm not quite for sure how that would affect the sound or if it will provide any kind of feedback or anything. We don't want that. So this here goes along with this other cord, and basically what you do is, let me get it unwrapped. It has 5 spots you can put the pedal. This is going to work out pretty good because I have another, my wall pedal will go in front of this, or in between, go in front of it, and now I can look at my sheet again. That wall pedal. So my wall pedal is going to go right here. I'll show you that when we get done with this. And I'll have to have power for it. So that's going to work out actually great. So this has 5. God, you can see. It's like a mess of wires around here. It has 5 of these. Okay, they're all daisy chained together. And plug this in into this, and it's a way better connection than this other thing that I have. So I'm going to go ahead and use this one. Figure out what to do with all these wires. But anyway, what this will do. Let's see if I'm going to cover it this way. I'll leave these 2 out here. See, I've got 4 pedals to power to. Right? Yeah. 4 pedals to get power to. So I'm going to use all of these plugs, all these, and then this is going to be left over here on the outside for my walker. Okay, and I'm going to patch cord for it. What we'll do on that, let's go ahead and get this. We're getting close, guys. That over here. Really extremely easy to get to. I'll go underneath the board and plug in this graphic equalizer right here. Maybe. Right angle in there. Here we go. Yep. Goodness gracious. There we go. Going underneath. So now, try to make sense, organize all of this mess. I'll use some zip ties, get this all cleaned up. That should go fine with my wall pedal. I'll tie it off here so I'll have it ready to go. Alright. Well, I'll bring you back when I get this all fixed up, guys. Alright guys, here it is. My very first pedal board. Everything hooked up, everything works. That little switch right there comes with my Fender Blues Junior. It operates the fat system on it, and there's my Dunlop Crybaby wah. Hooked in, ground right into this compressor limiter. So I'm gonna give you guys just a quick sampling, and then we'll go through videos from here on out and maybe play some things off this pedal board. Alright guys, just a quick demonstration. Let's start with the wah pedal. That's pretty cool. there you have it. That's my first pedal board ever created. Never had made one before. Everything's tied in. I've got all the cables and the power cords underneath zip tied together so they won't be in the way. And this thing should fit in the soft case pretty good. Hopefully that won't be too big for it. Then I have a separate small case for extra cable patches and for my wah pedal, and in case I need to take it anywhere. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this, and this is just awesome finish up to this series. So I'll definitely be playing around with this for a long time from now. I don't know if I'm going to get any more pedals here anytime soon, but if I do, you all be the first ones to know. Appreciate you guys. Rock on.